So To Catch a Fish is about the true story of Chauncey Wright in Milwaukee, and the story of how he was entrapped by the ATF, Alcohol, Tobacco and Firearms Bureau. And he is a man that was living with brain damage, and so it kind of investigates all the questions about who do the police pick out for these operations, you know, is it as innocuous as it seems, like how do people get caught up in these operations?
Doing a play about true events is good to experience what the characters experience in their locations, what the vibe of the sounds and the neighborhood. So we were able to talk with the journalist who broke the story.
I met John, one of the reporters, and we met him at the coffee shop where one of the ATF agents used to hang out at, where some criminal activity actually happened in the parking lot outside that involving the ATF, and was the initial spark for the story.
The story starts with me and getting a tip that ATF, alcohol, tobacco, firearms agents had their guns stolen in a parking lot next to a busy coffee shop on a busy road, kind of in the middle of the day. Yeah. Sort of a head scratcher.
So the really strange thing about visiting the storefront is it doesn't seem like it's a business. Even the business that's there now, which is a cheese factory, doesn't seem like it should be there. There's like a tannery across the street, the river is kind of down a little ways, and then there's just a bunch of houses. So even walking up to it, it's at the bottom of a hill. So you're kind of like, what is out here?
We started talking to people in the neighborhood, and I was like, yeah, that was the weirdest operation. They were just like, they were here, and these guys who were like biker looking guys, because their cover story was there were bikers from New York who were buying guns for the gang back in New York.
That was the cover
story.
What I wrote about in the play, as absurd as it is, actually is born from truth. And some of the things that happened I didn't even put in there because they were so incredibly crazy.
As good playwrights do, they take stories or they take things and they make a world around it, and that's what we did. So going to Milwaukee was just great. Just seeing the neighborhood and places where these events happen was good for everybody.